Welcome to another video. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya.
Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Yeah. All right. You know who we about to talk? About to talk about cooking with Kaya. Y'all, I did not know people hate her now. The men are hating her. I didn't know this. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I liked her little cute little jingle. I liked the food that she was making. But hey, what's up? What's up? It's your girl here, Neil. Oh yeah, excuse me. MJ's Neil. Welcome to the channel. But yes, I had to come in with that little jingle because she had to go on. I was like, oh my god, I got the little cute little videos. You know, she got the little cute little videos and stuff where she's saying cooking with Kaya, cooking with Kaya. I mean, shoot, I was in the kitchen like cooking with Nia, cooking with Nia. I was here for it. You know, I wasn't hating on her, but people were making some good facts about her. But before I get into it, I want to show a video where people were taking up for her. They were back 5 months ago.
Ladies and gentlemen, somebody please explain to me what is so important? Why has this young lady cooking with Kaya? Why has she sparked so much interest on social media? I watched videos. All I seen is just young, fairly attractive girl, and all she's doing is cooking dishes. She looks like she can cook very well. That's from the food I saw. And all she's doing is just bouncing around saying, cooking with Kaya, cooking with Kaya. And it seems like the younger men, it's a lot of older men too, like they like her. They say, oh, snap, she somehow became some kind of sensation. And not only that, it seemed like to me, because men like her, these women have spawned up some deep hatred for this young lady for no reason at all. How is it that a woman bouncing around cooking food, chanting her name, can make you dislike her so much? And I don't think it's her that y'all dislike. Y'all just don't like men that much. Anytime you see men that seem to be enjoying themselves, it just, you got to just stop that. Men can't enjoy nothing. All she doing is cooking some food. You go learn how to cook. I don't know, like what. It ain't nothing to tell you. Cook.
Now, I want to bring something out. There is other women that cook, other black women that cook. I was trying to hover over this. I just want you guys to see. Um, there are women who do cook besides her, but they're not that popular like her. Like, look at this woman subscribers. I see it on Instagram and on TikTok and on YouTube. You got Kimmy right here. She cooks as well. I've seen several women cook. I don't know, and I have seen young women. I just showed that cooks. There's women who do cook, and that was one of the things that people were like, "No, there's women on here that's cooking." The thing that people were trying to say is because she's bouncing, shaking her booty, and I do notice that people, and it's not just her. This guy right here, um, yeah, yeah. This guy right here, I'm gonna show him to you. So this guy right here, I think this is gross. I thought this was more gross than cooking with Kai. This here is a little gross for me. Yeah, and YouTube tried hard and Instagram tried hard to keep this man in my algorithm, but I tell them I had to go look for him. He was cooking, yeah, with the XCX in mind. All right, so let's just put that out there. She's not the only one who's doing this. Several other people that's cooking with SEX or but what yeah. Okay, so she's not the only one. He did it worse. Now, I want you guys to hear from Foreign Fridays. His name is Foreign. He has several different channels, but he made a video about cooking with Kaya. And I was trying to figure out, like, okay, something is really going on here. Like, this girl was the favorite, and now she's not anymore. I want you guys to play. He's gonna play some videos where people were taking up for her in the past, just like that guy was. and we're gonna really talk about what is going on, why people. After this video, we're gonna really discuss what's going on, why is she crying, why are men, especially her main audience, doesn't care for her anymore. So let me play this video for you. I'm only gonna play some of it, so you have to go watch the whole video yourself on his channel.
You turn green.
Wake up and make that man some breakfast before I do.
Oh God.
Welcome to another video. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with.
You see how Shorty looking over there? She look like she doing this again. So, well, if you've been paying attention, right, you probably noticed something. In the last TikTok, Kaya's hook was, I could take your man with this plate. Look, I'm a fat nigga, but ain't no plate taking me away from no one. When she said, I could take your man with this plate and then quickly brush it off with she's just playing, I was thinking that surely that's a one-off rage bait type of thing for her to sell plates. But this is her branding. And it's clear to me, this is for a straight male gaze specifically.
1, 2, Kaya's coming for you. Wake up and make your man some breakfast before I do.
She just did this in like December. So this is like well into her tenure as Cooking with Kaya. Mind you, the niggas TM, niggas trademark, niggas incorporated, niggas TM was eating up Cooking with Kaya. No pun intended. Why? I don't know. I love me some cheeks. But is the niggas over there like not used to cheeks? Act like you know, act like you know. Maybe it's because I live like in a black nation. I'm married to a black woman, so I see cheeks all the time. I see her cheeks, I see my cheeks. I be people Grammy got cheeks and they walking down the road. I'm numb to nyash. In fact, I think we've actually reached peak cheek. The ass economy is inflated.
Girl, your man will be took if you woke up to breakfast in bed at Kaya's house.
Big Wig says take to the hospital. Kaya's target audience, niggas TM, catapulted her into fame for shit like this. At the dismay of the women them, allegedly. We're about to get to that. It was to the point where they were making parodies.
We go cooking with Carter, cooking with Carter. What are you doing?
So first off, domestic violence isn't funny. Niggas like this because, yet again, it doesn't threaten the power balance, but also so that they could tell they gal, like, look, almost like the model minority. Like, they could tell they gal, like, see? Kaya's cooking for her man. Kaya says if she would cook for me and take you away from me, you need to start cooking. It's the same thing as Nas Smith, but it's targeted towards men that send this to niggas that want to project and advertise that this is desirable in a woman. I could see Cooking with Kaya shit being on niggas them WhatsApp status so that they could tell the gals on their contacts that, hey, I'm about this.
Why are you singing that?
Singing what?
The song.
Bro, I'm just trying to start my own cooking videos.
Where'd you hear that song?
I didn't hear.
I can no longer watch Cooking with Kaya. As you can see, my beautiful wife and my beautiful queen cook me macaroni, sweet potato, and meat. As you can also see, she's the best cook and you can see the presentation. It is very hot, steaming, and beautiful. As you can see that, it took her hours to cook that.
Domestic abuse being the focal point. And you will see that to be a constant.
Whoa. Wait. Oh.
Be your hour, destiny. Be.
Cooking with Ryan.
Why do you sing it like that? Where'd you hear to sing it like that? Where'd you hear
There was a girl on TikTok that was just saying cooking with in her name.
Don't.
I was gonna cook for
Nothing.
I mean, these are fake for sure, but the fact that it's fake is actually the problem. Because like it's basically a trend where the whole joke is that niggas getting beat. What you're seeing also is that they're building up Cooking with Kaya's brand because like it's now a trend to make it a joke that niggas watch Cooking with Kaya, and therefore like it's this kind of like self-fulfilling prophecy because niggas then end up watching Cooking with Kaya. But what they're also building up is an image of women who don't care for Kaya's brand to be seen as bitter or jealous. Because in all of these different things, what you're seeing is women beating up on niggas because they are jealous of Cooking with Kaya. This trend adds and contributes to this idea that people that are criticizing Cooking with Kaya are just haters. They don't have any valid criticisms.
Yeah, even hate on the natural. The girl, the Cooking with Kai girl, just showed me that every single time y'all bring up my surgery is because y'all want it. Y'all want it. And you know what? You could get it. When you get your taxes, fuck your bills. Go get the surgery so bad that you want. You only live once. Go get your surgery and then sell after and then pay them bills.
Because so many black women was jealous of her, they catapulted her into a whole different thing. I'm trying to tell y'all, it's gonna be the biggest haters that really get you going. If you ain't got no haters, you ain't gonna make it far. When everybody supports you, it be good, it feel good, but if you ain't got no haters, honey, where you think you gonna go?
And notice that these are all women saying this. You just had Cardi B saying it, and now you got a Ken saying it.
So yes, if you want to finish watching that for yourself, I'll put his name up here so you can see it. It's Foreign Fridays. I just want to play part of it because I want you to hear from a male's perspective. I'm going to play other videos too when men are talking, because when women were talking about her, a lot of people saying, oh, you're hating on her, you're jealous of her. So I'm gonna play men perspective of her, straight men at that. Okay, so we're going on to the next thing. So remember I was showing this to you earlier. It says when I'm labeled as the Stream University mean girl because I'm quiet. This is when the tea really start to come in. This is when I was researching, looking it up, and I wanted to know why people were feeling some way about her, why people weren't, especially the men, were not liking her anymore. So I had to dig deep. So one of the things was about her cheating on her boyfriend at a party. So apparently, I'm gonna let this person here briefly talk about it. She got smacked in the butt at a party and she didn't like it or something. We're gonna deep dive in this, okay? We're gonna go deep in this, all right? So let me play this for you guys.
Cooking with Kaya responds to the critics after she's seen dancing around a group of men and let them slap her backside during a party at Streamer University while her boyfriend, Zai Bron, was at a nearby hotel.
Look, read this.
I don't know if he's gonna read it, so I'm gonna read it. It says, I just lost my ball. That's her boyfriend. Damn, I'm in the hotel waiting for my bit, and she at the club 6 minutes away from me getting her A slapped live in front of 50,000 people. Clout, dangerous, rug. Never trust no bit. Y'all learn from me. Taking that to the shin. Good run. Zai Brian is back. Someone around here responded. I guess he's responding to this person, James. Cooking with Kaya definitely has a man, and he might just be some 6'6", 240 muscular billionaire, cause ain't no way nobody ain't hop on that. She been in her dorm chilling by herself. Everyone too focused on the same once not focused on needs. Hashtag Stream University. And yeah, I don't know if I said it earlier, but there was a lot of things going down with that Stream University. I'm gonna need to talk about that. That's a whole nother separate video. I'm gonna finish playing this video for you guys.
Like if the truth come out, you're gonna be looking dumb. So I would suggest you stop tweeting. Like I'm not gonna do nobody like that, but they don't know the half of it. How can you cheat with somebody you're not with? And what did I do? Like, I'm okay. I'm great. I'm having fun.
Insecurities.
Streamers University. Hello? Yeah.
How you overdose on insecurity?
I'm about to tell you right now. Alright. Yeah, that's what I thought. If only y'all knew the half, y'all would not be talking. But, like I said, I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna let y'all have this moment, ZG. I'm gonna let y'all have this. Like, anyways, I had fun. I had fun with the girls tonight. I'm not gonna speak on it. But socialized, finally got out, finally had fun. Well, I already was having fun, but you know what I mean. I had a great time with them. That club was fun. I don't care what y'all was talking about. White people or not. Them white people was so fun. I'm not gonna spill tea because I'm not like that. Like I have receipts. I will not spill tea though, but I'm not like that. But y'all speaking on something that y'all don't know about. I didn't get caught doing nothing. Whether somebody was behind, I had no idea. Or whatever y'all talking about, I had no idea of that. Like whether I'm with somebody or not, I don't even play like that. Like, don't talk about it on Twitch, but you're tweeting stuff. You're tweeting lies. You're tweeting lies. So if you want to talk about it publicly, we could talk about it. You choose. You decide, okay? Or we pull out receipts. You talk about it. Because I'm not even like that. I don't like this internet messy stuff. So if you want to go public about it, we can go public. And you're not going to like that. I did nothing wrong. I've literally done nothing wrong. I had fun with the girls and that was that. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. But anyways, yeah, like I said. Last day of Streamers University. Give me my charger, please. Last day of Streamers University is tomorrow. I go home to my house, where I live, Monday, and we're starting back the streams. No, I do not, y'all. I don't. W Rosie. Y'all, I seen the picture, the screenshot that y'all talking about, but I had no idea. Like, literally. Obviously, if I'm, like, dancing with some girls and y'all saying something happened, I had no idea. Like, literally. How can you cheat with somebody you're not with? But, yeah, I'm not finna go into that. We're having a good night. Yeah, I'm not even like that. That's the craziest part. Y'all, I free somebody who been free. He's freed. Huh. Alright, you're right. Very unprofessional. You're right.
A person who allegedly slapped her backside came on stream and apologised to her.
Yeah, I'm right here. Chef, what's up, y'all? Cooking with Kaya. I ain't gonna lie, I don't drink. I ain't kind of drunk. We just talk like adults. This mic, the mic is unmuted. There you go. You good? All right. What do we just talking about?
We talked about the situation that y'all was talking about him smacking my ass in the club or whatever, which I was unaware of it until y'all brought it up in the chat. And he just came and he said if he did, he apologized. There was nothing to do for it. And yeah.
Mind you, I'm drunk. No, we got this. And what did you say when I told you that? You said.
I said I was unaware that you did that, exactly. And I was unaware, like I was confused.
Yeah. And if I did, like I said, I apologize. But if I did, what did you say? What did you just tell me?
What?
You said if I did, what did you say? It wasn't a problem, even though like it wasn't my intentions. Like I said, you got what you got going on. I got what I got going on. Everybody in the club,
okay, as long as you apologize, like I said, I wasn't even aware that you did that.
Exactly.
But he apologized, y'all. That's the end of it. We don't even talk about it no more.
Man, that shit.
Let it go.
We go. All right, say that. All right, chat. Fuck it, down. Hug. Yeah. All right, quiet.
She explained what happened at the party in her perspective.
What did he do? So basically, I'm just worried. Alright, y'all, so basically we for the people who don't know, we went to we had a party, like we all went to like the club basically. I was dancing with the girl. supposedly he touched me and I had no idea. Like, he touched me without me even seeing. So I was unaware of that until the chat started saying like his name. And I didn't know who he was at first, but he did just come up to me. He apologized if he did do it, which I'm not denying that he did because I've seen like a clip or whatever, but he apologized for it. No, y'all, do not start saying assault. Don't start saying that, y'all. Don't say that. Don't say that. But he did apologize. He wanted to apologize on stream. He wanted to apologize on my... He wanted to apologize to my chat for that. Because, yeah, like I said, he said he was drunk. I didn't know that he was, like I said, I was with girls. I was with girls. I was with a group of girls. It was on... I was streaming the whole time. I was with a group of girls. So, supposedly when he did that, he said he was, like, drunk or whatever. But, like I said, he apologized. That's the end of it.
Understand, man. She holding back tears, her voice cracking up too. Damn. Dodge bullet. Why not just call your supposed girl? Why crash out online? I don't get these young dudes. I also don't condone her actions as well. So they've been talking. Honey, they was talking. So I don't know if this was another video or something, but she explains what her relationship with her boyfriend. I don't know if this was before or after. Y'all let me know.
Me establish myself in my career, and you go establish yourself, and then and we can still be together. I never said we couldn't be together. I said just go establish yourself, get something going for yourself, like something consistent, you know. At least stream. That's what I kept telling him. I was like, just stream, do something, you know, just establish yourself. Because if I'm up here and you down here, and I'm not saying that that's what it is, but I'm just saying, like, we need to be, I feel like a good couple should be on the same level, or maybe the man should be like a little bit higher than the woman. So I was just trying to encourage him to get on his stuff, you know?
All right, I'm going to go back and forth between these two videos. And I'm going to pause it. These are the men over here. It says, streamer university got to her head. She thinks she got a job teaching at Harvard. Man will upgrade a woman and don't care about her level. A woman will run a man to the ground when she's all level up. Male celebs will marry down. A woman celeb will never. I'm saying, what's her career? This is not a career. It's a trend. No way she said that. These are men. That's why I said the tables have turned. They flip-flop. Okay? It says, from what he's saying, he was building her up with her streaming content, negotiating her contracts, etc. So he established her out of love, and now he ain't got nothing. He ain't good enough. I'm confused. This literally proves you need to have a good status to get females. What she means, she wanted him to have a job or to have a social media career. So him chilling at home with you made you cheat. So this is what they're saying. They're saying that she cheated on him. I'm saying them. This is the people who follow Kaya, and this is what I'm saying. These are, I don't know if they're fans, but it's people who follow her. I thought she was doing good over here, but she's not. Bro, y'all be letting females give y'all unbearable headaches. So people were going in on her. So there's videos of her about this. As I said, let's get the information from the men. This is what I'm saying. I'm letting y'all have the floor. Y'all can come in and talk. What's going on?
This Cooking with Kaya's boyfriend Zay Bron breaks down on the timeline after watching someone slap his girlfriend's hotcakes at the club during Kaisernet Streamer University. So a lot of the students actually snuck off of the campus in order to go attend to this party. And this is what he had to say. He said, I just lost my ball. Damn. I'm in the hotel waiting for my girl and she at the club 6 minutes away from me, getting her hotcakes slapped in front of 50,000 people. Clout is a dangerous, never trust, no, learn from me. Now, I'm not gonna lie, that's tough. The telly being 6 minutes away from the party that she was at, and he said that he was waiting on her to get back to the telly. She could have at least invited him to the party. Now, in her defense, I heard she did confront the guy that did that to her at the club. But still, you were in there in the first place throwing it like you were Tom Brady. Now, if you knew that I was waiting on you at the telly and you decided to go to a party instead and didn't tell me or invite me, oh yeah, we got a serious problem on our hands.
Video of
what happened. Now you're gonna see the top left of the screen here. That's actually her ex-boyfriend that's currently watching the content. You'll see over here, there's a whole bunch of people that's down up in here. Cooking with Kaya is over here. Let's get ready to scroll over here in a second so you can see her. Right. Here she goes. There's a whole bunch of, there she goes right there. Right. You'll see that she's dancing on people right here. And then you're gonna see here in a couple of seconds, some of the guys, there she goes, she's twerking, she's having a good time, she's doing her thing. There goes the boyfriend. That's just like, yo, I cannot believe that this is what she's doing as I'm 6 minutes away from her in the hotel. He's upset, right? And he's doing this up on stream, by the way. Now she's been over, guys and girls, whole bunch of people at this specific junction. Now she knows, look at all the different cameras. We got iPhones over here, we got Samsungs over there. And immediately after that, the young brother took to Twitter. His name is Zane Braun, F Streaming University. I just lost my ball. Damn, I'm in a hotel waiting for my B. And she at the club 6 minutes away from me, getting her butt slapped live in front of 50,000 people. This is that laughing emoji that you only utilize when you're actually hurt in a situation. Clout, dangerous drug. Never trust no. Young brother none reach his RP moment. Taking that to the chick. Good run. Zay Brown is back, baby. Hey, listen. You also need to go get a gym. I see in the gym is also my young scholar. We do squats on Mondays. See you there. Now, after the internet went ablaze, Cooking with Kaya tried to get one of the people, one of the men, to apologize. Let's listen.
This is why I said, and when people be like, do your research. Oh, you're not really looking up stuff. I do my research. I go get receipts from the people who be following these people. I get my receipts all the time. They're coming with a lot of receipts that allegedly she broke up with him during that. Remember I was showing you the first part when she was in that white tank top? They said that she broke up with him right then and there. That's what I heard. That that's when she broke up with him. It was during that live stream. And I don't know what's wrong with her live stream. She must have live streamed on a toaster. But I think she breaks down and cry here and something like that. It was a mess. It was a mess when I was going through this. I didn't know all of this was going on with her. But yeah, if you want to know more about this, there's apparently more than one dude was slapping her butt. You saw that in the video. I mean, this is what I'm saying. Y'all talking about research. Y'all need to go do y'all research. But this is where people get mad with me because I go get old receipts and they don't like. I mean, I get new receipts and old receipts and pull it up where people got proof of this. This is people who actually watching her. So don't shoot the messenger. So anyway, so here's a video where she is crying. I think this is a recent one. Yeah, 3 days ago. She's crying because people are spreading a lot of lies about her. I'm not talking about the cheating one. Evidently, we see the results for ourselves. We see the truth behind that. I do believe it wasn't off with her and her boyfriend. I think it still was on. But people came out with receipts. But I heard that she was banned off of TikTok. I heard all kind of crazy things about her. So let's play this video here where she's crying.
I'm just irritated. Like my name just gets slandered so much and I really don't be doing nothing. Like I literally don't be doing nothing. It's just always something. When it comes to my name, it's just always something. Like it's so rare that I see positive stuff about me. And I literally don't do nothing. Like nothing. Like nothing could get worse than that. So it's just like all the hate and everything, like nothing affects me no more. Like it's like I have no feelings no more. Alright, y'all, I'm finna just end for a little bit. I'll probably.
So this is Steph is Cold. If you want to go see this full video, but I just want to play some of it for you, and I want you, and I'm gonna play some of the video for you, and you have to go look at the rest for yourself. But I also want to read his comments. This is really the real reason right here. This is what was going on. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but it was about her boyfriend being broke and stuff like that, and how she was, I don't know, she supposed that she took care of him. But let me play this video for you guys.
Enough to tell him, I still want this, but I just want you to go get established. That's all I was asking for. I just want him to get established. To the point where I kept telling him, like, yo, I got so fed up. I was literally telling him, like, go hang out with boys. You have friends out here. Like, get out the house. You don't gotta stay with me 24/7. Like, I don't know. I just got frustrated. It's just, yeah, I am too young. I just got frustrated of carrying the weight. Y'all, I couldn't do nothing. Like, he didn't let me do nothing. Like, oh my gosh. It was so bad. But anyways, like I said, I'm not gonna speak on his situation.
It's kind of messed up, man. How they treat you when you don't have it, when they want you established. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool though, because, you know, it's all right. Y'all gotta understand, women who are of this age, you feel me? When they are of this age, this is what they gonna say. Especially when they got clout. Especially when they got clout, they got money, they got celebrities in their DM, a whole bunch of dudes up in their DM, and then they just got you. She said you're not even established. She said that you be chasing her all day pretty much, right? And she might be exaggerating. She might be just going over the top, you know what I'm saying, with the situation. But right here, she ain't taking her relationship serious unless he become established. So basically, she ain't taking you serious unless you get some money. She not taking you serious unless you get some money. Let's listen to it. Let's listen to it together. Come on, let's do it.
Disrespectful enough to tell him, I still.
Okay, you heard from a man, right? The men who watches her. I don't know if he does, but that's who is her audience, her target audience. 23-year-old telling someone around that age to get rich because she struck gold on the internet. These chicks are evil. Y'all gotta stop trying to make these internet chicks your main chick. They always choose the guy with the most clout and notoriety. She around the millionaires, see this coming a mile away. Men are in love, women are in business. She got famous on accident because she was shaking her ass and been around celebrities. Focus on your fellas. See what I tell you? They flip-flop on her. She wants somebody who's more well-established, who's on her level. And it seems, from what I'm hearing, is he actually put her on her level. I've heard of this before with the sniper girl, who the white girl who's a white YouTuber. We found out that her husband was helping her become well-established, and she was pretty much, I don't know, she was horrible to him. That's not the same situation. But we are finding out that there is boyfriends and husbands that is helping their, girlfriends, or, their significant others, helping them grow on these channels. I must say this. She's now, and you have the women over here. You said you better cook for your man before I do. Ain't that the first thing you said before shaking your ass? Girl, go on next. Because what positive do you have? You talk about taking other people's men. Shut the F up. I like Kai and I think she's funny. However, she has to realize she created the hate by antagonizing insecure women. You must think about the things you put out there. Crying with Kaya. This is a guy. I think they hate because the men be looking at her. I don't know. I think you don't know. Yet again, some people didn't know. Like I said, I didn't know what was going on. I thought it was still people who was upset with her making those videos, but it's other stuff that's coming out. If it ain't the consequences of your action, cooking with Kaya, cooking with crying. She's now crying because it's a lot of, I seen a whole lot of stuff being said about her. I had the feeling this was gonna happen. That's why I was waiting. I wanted to make a video at the beginning, supporting her. Because I don't have a problem with women. Like I said, I never had an issue with women. If that's your body, do whatever you want to do with it. But I always say that you're going to get older. Things are going to happen to you. Like this here was her boyfriend. People found out she had a boyfriend, and they probably still was following her. Nobody cares about that. Live your life. But I'm gonna say something that's gonna piss off a lot of people. That's why I'm saying it towards the end. I do notice that a lot of young people are moving in with each other at a very young age. I had this discussion with someone not too long ago that you need, both of y'all need to find yourself. When you get older, I don't know if she started dating this guy because she said she's 23. When she was 19 or 18, one of y'all is going to make money and the other one is not, or probably less money. We don't know if he has a job or not. He probably have a job, but just not a whole lot of money. Who knows? But as time goes on, you're going to grow out of that person. That's why they tell you to wait before moving in, especially if you're at a young age. I've seen this several times where when I was in my early 20s, I had a lot of friends that moved in with their boyfriends 18, 19 years old, and then when they were 20, they moved out. They didn't like the person, that it was not what they wanted. The guy's the same way. I'm not feeling your friend no more. And the weird part about it is they'll go find somebody else and do the same thing over again and again and again and again. And then they realize, I'm not going to move in. I've seen this where I'm not going to move in this time with this person. I'm just going to date them. That's why they tell you to be careful. Now, before they would tell you to move in to see how they move around the house and how the way they are. But now, as you can see, this is what's going on. And I keep seeing this over and over and over where young people, they'll move in with each other and move back out. They'll move in with each other and people say that this is healthy. This is not really healthy. This girl, I mean, that's good behind closed doors. Nobody don't know. But this girl, we're seeing it in real time. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. A lot of people are not getting married. Let's just put that out there. I've talked about this in another video where people rather date and not get married because they don't know how this person is going to treat them. That's man and woman. I'm saying both sides because y'all like to come over here with y'all man versus woman content, talking in the chat, talking in the comment area. That's not the type of content I make, but I seen this a mile away. Just like with Brittany Garner, you know, I've said this for a long time, you know, with Brittany Garner, you know, I'm sorry, we're talking about Brittany Renner, not Brittany Garner. Excuse me, apologize. I hope I read it on the screen, but I'm not talking about Brittany Garner, but Brittany Renner. She was a woman that was slept with 35 men and bragged about it. She was part of the whole culture. And then she eventually converted over to Islam, I believe. So I'm going to play these videos for you guys, and I'm going to go back to the original video.
Instagram model Brittany Renner saying that she done been in bed with over 35 different men. What rich man is going to put a wedding band on her head after he knows she been in bed with 35 different men before him? Now, Brittany Renner is infamously known for her relationship with NBA player PJ Washington, the father of her child, where she filed for child support when they broke up, and it was reported by the media that she received $200,000 a month from this NBA player, man. In this exclusive interview with Uncle Shay Shay, Shannon Shaw, she revealed that her body count was 35. Shut this shit up!
I've had 35 guys. Okay.
Woo. Oh, Lord.
Impressive isn't the word. So if I'm judged for
Anybody else need a shot of this?
if I'm judged for having great taste,
We are in the bar, so help yourself. We got this for the next hour.
Now, I personally feel that a key that opens any lock, many locks, is a master key. But a lock that can be opened by any key is useless. That's a shitty lock. You don't want that lock on your door. Think about what I'm saying. But however, many people on that internet is saying that 35 different men is not a lot. But I beg to differ. Because if she's 31 years old and she started hunching at 18, if you divide 18, 31, and 35, that means she was sleeping with about 3 different men to 4 different men a year after the age of 18. So why is that body count of 35 important for a 31-year-old woman like Brittany Renner? Well, it's simple. She beautiful. She approaching her last few years of youthful beauty that will fade over the next 10 years. When she turned about 41, she ain't gonna look how she was at 31. And if she's not married or locked down by 41 or 45 years old and still out here sleeping with different men, her body count gonna continue to rise and inch closer to about 50 people by the time she's 40 years old. See, God gives a woman her beauty early so she can meet her husband and build wealth with him. God gives a man his riches late, like after 40 years old. So now he got the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding about life. He got.
Kind of brings me to the topic of Brittany Renner,
Love
who
Brittany.
we have both interviewed.
Yeah.
She says she slept with 35 men. Shannon Sharp lost his mind, like, oh, he fell out of his chair. And I'm like, is that really that high of a number? 35?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if people have adjusted, and again, that's what I'm telling you, like, the times have changed. I don't think people have adjusted to this new dating marketplace and just how people treat sex.
Yeah.
Like, people, like, even women. By the way, all of this city girls culture, like, it's been deteriorating what females, women used to grow up thinking that, you know, like, sex was a big deal, making dudes wait. These days, it's like, wanna link means wanna fuck.
Well,
you know what I mean? It's like
Tinder kind of changed the premise of people meeting up.
Yeah,
you can literally swipe left, swipe. I've never used it myself, but I'm saying, like, you can literally sit there and just do a meat market and just zero in on a human being around you, and they're both with it, and y'all go fuck or whatever else, right?
Listen, typically and traditionally, men were the ones who were rabidly trying to chase sex, and women were the gatekeepers, like, no, you have to meet these standards, and usually they would require a relationship. Some even require marriage. These days, 2 for 20, you're fucking, okay? Sorry. Like, it just is what it is. Like, give a chick a 444 meal, it's over. So, you know what I mean? You get a flight. So again, what I'm not mad at Brittany for saying that, because Brittany is one of the few women, like, if you ask a girl a body count, bro, trust me.
She will lie.
And again, women are programmed. They're not lying because they're deceitful, just whatever type of human
there's
beings.
a negative stigma attached to a high body count.
So they will say a number to you that will not eliminate them from your consideration to maybe be in a relationship with them. So I don't know why Brittany says it publicly still. That's the thing. Like, we probably assumed, like, we definitely knew of like 6 names that were famous people. She named some other people in the book. Yeah. But when you put the number on it, and the number is higher than any other woman will admit, you seem like the outlier and the whore in the room. When in reality, all of these girls are doing it.
I almost said God, but not quite. But she's a Muslim. So she made this video. She said, what made you choose Islam? Let's listen.
What made you choose Islam? I didn't. I am a human with very limited power and awareness. But I have learned that God selects who he wills for his mercy. So let's start there, for those of you who don't think I'm qualified, okay? A lot of you claim to know my life story, why I do what I do. Well, then you would know that for quite a while I've been suffering. When did you notice that my smile began to look like a strain? And when you noticed, did you reach out? Okay. I've been in search of the truth my whole life, looking for some sort of guidance in the stars, astrology, numerology. But the truth is, the only guidance is God's guidance. And when you don't live for God, you live for others. My life has been a reflection of that. I have profited off my body, beauty, antics, often drunken, giving myself to the world, hoping for something back, wondering why I'm feeling empty, comfortable in my misery because I have known no other way. Mountains were moved in my life. We as humans would call them miracles, but to God, God wills and it is. It's not a miracle. It's another day at the office. At that point, how could I deny the truth? Because when those mountains started being moved, it was only because of prayer and acknowledging our Creator. That was the only difference. Islam is the only religion I've been drawn to. And when I got the call that it was time, I took my Shahada August 5th. Haven't looked back. All I know is utter devotion. So to put the hijab on, to change, it's nothing. Done. Allah has been answering my questions along the way. He called me to this faith for a reason. And I will not question it. You know when people say it would take an act of God? Okay, well, here you have it. And for those of you who are confused, I'm not surprised. Because most of you are double-minded. The man who is double-minded is unstable in all his ways. For once in my life, doing this for me, to be right in the eyes of Allah, to die in full submission to Allah when it's time, is my only goal. In whatever stage Allah calls me to, I would be much obliged to take the well of wisdom that I have acquired with me and to do what I've been called to do. Because I have been gifted this platform for a reason and I'm not going anywhere. Okay? Hope that answers some of you guys' questions. And may Allah make it easy for us all.
Wow. You know, I can respect the honesty that she said. She essentially profited off her body, which she did. She did profit off her body. And, you know, she has a similar testimony to a lot of people, which is the fact that you understand that you have this spiritual void and you try to fill it with something. You know, you go to New Age, you go to astrology, you go to all these different places, drugs, alcohol, all these different places. And ultimately you find that it just doesn't work, right? Now she's come to this religion, which, look, I don't think I have to share my thoughts about it too much. You should know my stance on this, but she's come to this religion, which is it better than her life before? I mean, listen, if she thinks that she found some peace and, you know, some comfort in this season of her life, then that's great. Yeah, that's great. I'm going to try to keep it respectful. That's great. Let me see what else she posted. Hold on. Let me go to her channel.
What made
Let me see what this is.
First of all, hi. So I'm currently cleaning house, out with the old, in with the new, manifesting a new wardrobe, inshallah. I have no idea how this is gonna look. I have contractual obligations, clothes to wear, posts to do, bills that have to be paid, and, you know, showing up the best I can, right? Because I know that it's not gonna be perfect. I know that people may have a gripe. I mean, my arms are out, right? First of all, it's hot, and then I sweat like a puddle under my armpits. Not an excuse, but looking into Botox under my arms and finding clothes that are more aligned with where I'm headed, even if it's not to the book perfect. That's what this is all about for me, as I'm just gonna show up and give my best, and every day my best gets better. First of all,
somebody in the comments said, which multiverse is this? I was shocked when I first seen it. And this is me. This is a problem that I have.
What the fuck is the news story here, Brittany Renner?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't. So because she's changed her religion and got a hijab, she can't go get a job?
Oh shit.
Oh well, that's also the epidemic that's plaguing well-bodied women like yourself.
Well-bodied.
And
you say y'all won't get jobs.
Oh shit.
What is she going to put on her resume? What experience does she have to? What's she? And I ain't doing that to Brittany Renner. And I'm not dissing her. Brittany Renner was in the fitness game and she was a soccer player. She's an author. So I didn't like that. But
Content creator.
She's an author. She's a content creator. Yeah. It just so happens there was more coin in the game. The game pays. There was more skin in the game too. That's when it pays.
See what you did there.
That was really
That's when
good.
it pays.
That was a Parks one-liner.
Not. She said no. She said she wasn't in the game for that money.
That speaks to her intent, and humans can never disprove or prove intent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying what came with the game.
Literally.
Hey, I watched a couple. I watched a couple of her new videos and I got annoyed and I turned it off.
What annoyed you?
Why'd you get annoyed?
I don't think that she's really. to me, it was making it seem like she was making
light of
or fun. Not fun. I don't want to say fun of because I don't want to play around with anybody's religion, but it just didn't seem that she was serious about it. Even with, it's just even her intros. I'm like, yo, girl, shut up, man. But I do wish the best for her. I mean, she can figure it out. I'm pretty sure, she has figured it out before, and she should figure it out.
I don't know if she's...
There's a market for that. I mean, you go to Dubai. They have the emails going around. They do.
Humility and humbleness is a part of Islam.
They give us 75,000. Can I say that?
No. No.
No, it might sound like trafficking.
It does sound cool.
Well, nobody's going over there to get them. Those guys, they're paying. The emails is around. The feds got...
I said this on my Instagram years ago. I said, you don't need to show your body all the time. Y'all are beautiful women. Y'all don't need to do all of this. People tore me up to pieces. They tore me up to pieces. I know for a fact as a woman, because I'm a woman, when you only have when you are male-centered, because that's what this is, when you're male-centered and you're all about the man, you want men attention. And this girl was at the... I have never done this in my early 20s where I go around a group of men and just shake my butt. I don't do things like that. I've never have done that. But there's other girls who I know who have done this. And I'm just standing on the sideline like, okay. But what I'm trying to tell young women, you don't need to do all of this. We're in an era where, sex sells online. Sex sells everywhere. And I literally talk about this all the time on this channel. And I used to get dragged for it. But I think now people are seeing it. And Kaya's seeing it in the worst way possible. You had men that had loved you just for what you were doing. They loved you because they thought you were the ideal woman. They thought you were gonna put up with anything. This is what you put on your channel. Or you're shaking your behind and cooking. There's nothing wrong with neither one of those things. And she really wasn't shaking, she was just bopping, like the man said earlier. But what has happened is her main audience, which is men, have turned around and they're now calling her all out her name. They're making all type of content about her. I see it all through YouTube. There's all type of videos about her now. Why? Because she was male-centered. When you make male-centered content, just like I talked about Brittany Garner, there's a lot of women that does this. When you make male-centered content online, and eventually what's going to happen is these men are going to lose interest, especially when you get a boyfriend, get married, and when they see that if you allegedly cheat on them, or if they see that you talk down. This happened with what's this white girl named Amouranth.
To talk about today, starting with this. Let's talk about one of the most requested stories over on the text line today, and that is this disturbing Amouranth situation. Right? If you don't know her, she's one of the bigger and more controversial streamers out there on the internet. She made a name for herself on Twitch doing hot tub streams, cosplay, adult content on platforms like OnlyFans. She's built a massive following, a multi-million-dollar brand, all while making headlines for pushing the boundaries of online content. Now she's back in the news today because police showed up to her home after she and her husband were in an hours-long screaming match over on Kick. With all this playing out over a long time, most of it being streamed, and I'm only going to touch on the most viral moments. During this, they talked about so much, and they often discussed the potential of a divorce and the logistics around that. With at one point, her husband accusing her of cheating.
Can we talk about you kissing black men while we're married?
That is not even true. Oh my God.
Oh, we don't want to talk about that.
We can talk about that, sure.
Okay, let's talk about it.
You had me go on Tinder dates that I didn't want to go on. And then you started calling me while we were at the karaoke bar a lot.
Me if you could have an open relationship.
That is no.
So, she denies it. He continues to say she hooked up with someone and that he caught them. And then at other points, they argued about the fact that the fight was happening on the stream. With then Amouranth saying that he knew that she was on stream when this all started. So it should be on him to get out, not on her to stop streaming.
I'm telling you, I don't want to be streamed.
No,
I am telling you, I don't want to be streamed.
Well, then
and
you
are streaming. So that is literally me. And you're sitting here saying it's consensual because you're here.
I can stream in my own house. You don't have to be here. You don't have to stay.
I literally am a member of this household as well.
Yeah, but you don't have to be in this room.
I'm not unokay with being observed.
Okay, great.
I'm unokay with you pointing the camera.
Well, then leave. I'm not going to follow you.
There's then a quick cut or pause in the stream with it then picking up from a new angle where we see this.
Talk about problems. Hey, what the f*** is wrong with you, bro? Leave. You can move. You can go away.
I wasn't in camera view. You moved the camera view.
Bro? What is wrong with you? You got some problems, man.
The two then continue arguing, and then all of a sudden we hear a knock at the door.
See it in time.
Who is that?
Right, I don't know.
It's not alarming to you? That's okay.
No, because we have police as our security guards, and Chris is coming around this time, so I don't know.
Guys.
Yeah.
It's then pretty hard to hear what the officers are saying as they stay in the background, but they eventually do call over Amouranth to talk as well. They're seemingly asking, are you okay? What's happening? But again, most of it's pretty hard to hear since they're removed from the camera setup. But it's also not where the talk of police ended, because at another point, she accused her husband of doxing her.
What's up? What are you doing?
Calling the police.
Why?
Because you're doxing at this point. It's dangerous.
What?
You have reached the Houston Emergency 911. All call takers are busy at this time. Your call will be answered by the next available call taker.
All right, here we go.
Houston 911, you need medical, police, or fire?
Please.
The rest of the 911 call then gets muted after the operator asked her for her address, and the stream stayed mute for a few minutes. But then also another clip that's been making the rounds is one where you have the husband complaining about their financial situation, with them noting that her content creation is making less than it used to in prior years. So I will say, once you hear what the monthly take home is, you may lose sympathy.
We have a kit contract. And we still do OnlyFans. She does, right? The amount of money we make with both, with the exception of the last 2 months, has always been less than what OnlyFans alone used to make in 22 and 23. 2022 and 2023 and 2021. Back then, OnlyFans often hit a monthly of $2 million. Currently, last month we did over 2, but this month and every other month under the Kick contract, Kick plus OnlyFans, did about 1.2 to 1.3. Sometimes 1.5.
Right, and so the reactions to all of this, they're all over the place, right? Especially depending on which platform you're seeing the clip and also what specific clip people are reacting to. Some noting that a few years ago, Amouranth had accused her husband of emotional abuse, which makes them more concerned about this live-streamed argument. With people saying things like, Kick genuinely not intervening with the whole Amouranth situation should be the final nail in the coffin for them, to be honest. If it's rage bait or not, how are you going to continue to allow a channel that has an active DV case unfolding while people watch, ban the account, shut it down? Though this also, as you had some thinking, all of this is staged for clicks, or there being this general feeling that when it comes to adult content creators and OF pages in general, like any attention is good attention, even if it seems bad. So then all of that, as you had others thinking that if this fight was real, it points to greater issues in our culture. Saying things like, it's incredibly weird when you and your significant other are airing your personal business for hours at a time because it's great content and ultimately don't care about yourselves or your well-being. And again, this isn't everything. There were over 10 hours of this being live streamed. But in the meantime, as we wait to see if anything comes from this, I kind of passed.
All your friends can know your position on this. What is your problem? Strongly enough, they have to swat.
I'm not doing this anymore.
Can you imagine that?
Call your dad.
She's actually defending the guy who swatted him.
Call your
She's
dad.
like, well,
Amouranth.
you mean I
Call your dad.
capitalized?
Amouranth.
I'm not unokay with being observed.
Okay, great.
I'm unokay with you pointing the camera.
Well, then leave. I'm not gonna follow you.
So you're literally just gonna be super defiant, is that right?
Shit. Talk about problems. Hey, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Leave. You can move. You can go away.
I wasn't in camera view. You moved the camera view to me.
Bro? What is wrong with you? You got. Yeah.
Until my book.
Like so sad, this bitch just turned into like some of the shit from Stranger Things. She like, imagine you trying to explain your situation, how your bitch cheated on you, and she in the background like she's just getting possessed by a demigorgon or some shit. This bitch is crazy.
want to add one more thing to the video. I forgot to say this. I really do think she should have stayed making this short content, making this type of content where she was just focusing on food and like this. This is what I meant. This is the video that I like because I like watching people cook food. And she really be throwing down. I like her food. She got away from this. She started, hanging around a whole bunch of more famous people than her. They gassed her up. And look what happened. I just think she should have, stick to what she knew, stick to what was making her big. There's nothing wrong with collabing with people, but collab with just one person at a time. And I think if she kept doing this, she would have been good. That's just my point of view. But yeah, back to the original video. What is a white girl where she too as well, people found out that she wasn't all of this and all of that. Like, she was talking bad about her husband to others, but she was talking about how the way he didn't have a job, didn't do this and didn't do that, and the men were like, oh, so now he's this now, he's that you marry him. So y'all gotta keep in mind, like I said, I don't care what y'all do, get y'all bag. That ain't got nothing to do with me. If you selling sex on your platform, that's you. But I'm just letting you know, you're going to grow out of it. It's going to get old. Once people see that you talk bad, and your male-centered audience, once they see that you talk bad about a man, they're going to attack you. This is why I said I don't like the one-sided content where it's just for men, and I don't like the one-sided content where it's just for women. I want both men and women to be on my channel. I want to have a real discussion of what's going on social media, because I'm seeing it with DDG. I've been making DDG and Haley Bailey. Like I said, a lot of people have parasocial relationships with these people. They think that they know these people, they know what's going on until she started streaming. I feel like when she started streaming, I thought it was a good idea because she's going to give you good cooking tips. She's going to give you, just good cooking tips and, talk about cooking. But I see now that this was not a good idea. It's showing a side of her that doesn't look flattering at all. I'm a slut. I'm going to say it, and I'm not trying to be mean. They're showing that she's a slut. And she's bashing men. This is what I'm seeing. How they are perceiving it. This is how the way it looks. But I don't know. I don't know if she's gonna bounce back from this. Hope the best for her. Because like somebody said, hopefully she'll be able to rebrand. I did saw that in one of the comments. Hopefully she'll be able to do that. But this is what happened, and I've had people bash me for years, saying that, oh, and I try to tell people, no, I'm not talking bad about the girl, but I do know that eventually you're gonna have to grow out of this type of content, because this content doesn't last on social media. You're gonna want to get away from it, and and it seems like she's already trying to get away from this cooking video, because like I said, I haven't really see a lot of people talking good about her. It's over with, and it's sad, but hopefully she'll be able to rebrand and get herself back on top. And her ex-boyfriend, whoever that, I forgot his name, hopefully he can get himself together as well. I don't know if he's going to be doing streaming, but whatever he's doing out there as a job, hopefully he be just, hopefully both of them be successful. And yeah, but let me know what you think down below in the comment area. But as for now, to see y'all later. Peace.
Fendi and Adana, Karen, they be sharing all their money, got me wearing fly. Girl, but I ain't asking. They say they love my ass and 7 G's to religion. I say no, but they keep giving, so I keep on taking. And no, I ain't taking. We can keep on taking. I keep on demonstrating my love, my love, my love, my love. You love my lady lumps, my hump, my hump, my hump. My humps, they got you. Got you, they got you. They got you, got you, they got you.